My bass teacher confessed his love for me by texting me, begging me to not say anything about how he'd been watching me, but I just turned 18. And he's 55, so who knows how long he's had these feelings for. This all still feels unreal, but here we go. Since I, 18F, was 15, I have been taking private classes to learn how to play bass. I'm not rich, but no other option here, lol. Since I've been playing for so long, I've started really looking up to my teacher. Let's call him Mark, 55M. He is an incredible bass player and has so much experience past him. A year after I started, I got paired with a girl the same age and experience as me so we could get lessons longer for cheaper. So all of our classes are just the three of us. I put a lot of effort into my bass playing, so I would always get top marks over the other students who learn from him. He is a very professional private person who prefers teaching over casually talking, so it was always nice to get a compliment about my playing from him. And that was it for those 2 years. Until 2 days ago, one day after my weekly class, I suddenly got a text from Mark, apologizing for being unfocused during the class, which I thought nothing of given he talked about something happening at his work and that he had to stand his ground. So I thought, oh, it must be related to that. Then an hour later he starts saying, will you please don't say anything up? I'm watching you. And shouldn't. I had a very hard time yesterday. Really have to watch out for my work. It won't happen again, yours sincerely, Mark. I still didn't associate that with the absolute bombshell he threw at me next, so I responded with a simple okay. The next message read, thank you, I have to be careful, I am in love with you and I have to repress that. In case I need to, I'll give you a base of mine to shut up about it, okay? As you could imagine, I did not see this coming in the slightest. I was shocked and it still feels very surreal, so I didn't respond. The next day I saw that he had deleted the message, and he had sent me a new one. Thank you. Hopefully you're not too angry with me. But I felt it was important to communicate this to you so you would know that I have it under control and suppress that. Reason is above the emotions with a Mason. Hopefully I will see you in class. Happy vacation, Mark. I told my parents and they are going to contact the school. He will probably lose his job, and he teaches in a lot of schools, so part of me feels guilty. Since he didn't really do anything illegal, having a crush on someone isn't illegal. I have only been 18 for only roughly 4 months. He also has a wife and a daughter who is younger than me, about 16 years oldish. I really don't know what to do in this situation. I really looked up to him, but I don't know if I still want to attend classes. Commenter 1, that's not okay. He's still an instructor, and has been when you were a minor, to you and others, and is crossing serious boundaries. Find a new instructor ASAP and don't feel guilty. You could potentially be saving other kids. There's no telling what he's been up to. Commenter 2, what he said to you may not be technically legal, but he's a shitty human being to do that to his family, and it's at least wildly inappropriate and unprofessional, not a bit, a lot. As it's not clear when he had this crush, it's a fine line of pedophilia. Insane given his daughter is just a couple years younger. You should definitely not continue classes, and you and your parents should definitely inform the school. And he should be fired. He should not be working with kids if he can have a crush on a girl he's been teaching since she was 16, especially at his age. What a disgusting man to look at a student, and one he's been teaching since she was 16, in a lustful way. Him saying he's in love is an insane attempt at grooming given the power dynamics. Update. My post got bigger than I thought it would, so I thought I'd post an update. Thanks everyone for the kind words and making me feel less guilty about it. It's also beginning to sink in more now, which sucks obviously. It's hard to focus, especially since I used to really look up to the guy. He was so cool in my eyes. After I told my parents, he sent me another text saying, would you please not say anything to the management, because I would get my discharge. Borderline behavior with a student in class is instant dismissal, and that will go on my record. Can you let me know something please, or will you shut up? When you inform the board and parents, I would have liked to know. Then I can resign myself. I assume he got panicked because I didn't reply to the last messages. I just left him on read. Later he also deleted that message. I assume it's because he is making me feel guilty for him. You can't get that on your record here, since he didn't do anything illegal. The next morning he follows it up with, I talked to my wife about it last night after the concert in X, the thought of watching you during bass guitar lessons. I teach many girls, teenagers and adult ladies, but what happened on Thursday was pedagogically irresponsible and strongly leaned towards borderline behavior. With other students I never have that. I am very rational and work according to reason. I had that under control, but it should not happen again. I told her that nothing happened and the classroom was open, etc. I will write to the management myself and put you and your parents in CC and ask for my resignation. Then I will do what is right and avoid stupidity. A new bass teacher is best for school. Then I can put that out of my mind too. Now I walk around feeling guilty. This evening after the concert in the music school of X, I will draft my letter and put you in CC. Can you forward me your parents' email address? Respectfully, Mark. And then when I didn't respond to that as well, he asked again for the mail address of my parents. He also mailed me to ask me, which I also didn't reply to. Later that day I met up with a girl who I had my classes with. We started talking about like previous lessons and about how weird this all is, like as I've said before, extremely unexpected. We also noticed he does more favors for me than for her, but I always just thought he was a guy very passionate about bass guitar and a good teacher who cares about his students. Like helping me pick out a new bass guitar, recommending me cables, taking my bass to the store himself when it broke, and delivering it to my house. He didn't do that for the other girl, he would just say she has to stop by the shop sometime. He also once brought me home after a class because it was late and dark outside, which looking back, I can't help but just wonder, oh, was he just kind or did he have weird intentions all this time? He was always very adamant about being professional, always asking consent to move my fingers on my bass and stuff, so I just wonder, does he do that to remind himself? Or yeah, it's hard to not look back and think about when this started. Also the fact that the last song he assigned to me was a love song? Duke, so In Love With You, don't get me wrong, it's a catchy song, but who knows, is it unfortunate timing or like a hint? I feel weird about it all, like everything turned sour. I doubt it'll touch my bass guitar anytime soon. My mom, after a moment of trying hard, got in contact with the school, since she tried on Sunday. Usually they don't really pick up, and the school director got with her on the phone after hearing it was extremely urgent. He was very understanding and also very shaken up about it, also not expecting this to happen in the slightest. You could hear in his voice that he didn't feel good because of it. Anyway, my mom also sent a mail, with all the proof, the texts he deleted as well and stuff. She put the teacher in CC and at the end of the mail put that he should never contact us again or reply to the mail. Thank you, Mom. Mark put in his resignation and will still be a teacher until the spring break, so the transition period between him and the new teacher for the other 7 students. So unfortunately at the moment my bass journey with the school ends here. The director did offer to quickly try find a new teacher for me, but it's fine, I don't think I obviously want to play at the moment. Slight happy ending? I guess, it does leave a very bitter taste in my mouth. I feel very betrayed and a bit disgusted and disgusting myself in way, I can't stop thinking about it and I feel so uncomfortable. Just the thought of in what way he was looking at me and for how long. But thank you guys for all the kind messages, it helped me feel a bit better. Edit 6 hours or so later for the comments. No, I am not someone who wrote this because it's my fetish. That is such an odd thing to say. I don't think some people realize how often rooming etc. and that stuff actually happen. Spoiler alert, a whole lot. Touch some grass, hope this helps. Commenter 1, well done up, you did nothing wrong. He is the creep and predator here. Not you. Glad your mom handled that well. I do wonder if there's any way the school can inform other schools. Because let's face it, he is indeed a predator. His other students are not safe in his care.